Hi, this is Miss Goodale, and today I'm going to be talking about measures of variability. And this is actually something we have talked about some of them already in the past, but I want to go over them a little bit more. So a measure of variability is a single value that is used to describe how spread out a set of data values are. Um, my previous video that I just got done doing was about mean absolute deviation. That is one measure of variability. Um, and if you need more information on that, go back to that video. Another measure of variability is the range. That's just the highest number minus the lowest number. And interquartile range, that is what you find. Actually, it's the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile of a data set. So remember when we had the box and whiskers graphs, you take the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, and you should get the interquartile range. So the range and the interquartile range usually don't take too much time unless you don't know the quartiles yet, and then you have to do a little bit more work. Really, the one of these that you're going to have the most time on is the absolute deviation. So we will focus mostly on on the range and the interquartile range, since I have a whole video that describes the mean absolute deviation. So if you want more information on that, watch that video. Otherwise, this video is just talking about range and interquartile range. So the first thing that I want to do with this is actually, if I want to find my range, I just take my biggest number minus my smallest number. So my biggest number is 65. My smallest number is 30. So then if I subtract those two, then I get 35. Okay? And then it looks like my interquartile range, my top of my box here is 60. And my bottom of my box here is 40. So if I subtract those two, I get 20. So it's just as easy as that. If I already have my box and whiskers, it's easy. You just have to see what the values are. Okay, let's see what they line up with and subtract. So this is my range. This is my interquartile range. Now this one I've given you, this next example, I've given you a data set, and you have to do a little bit of work on this one. So the first thing that you're going to do is to find the different quartiles. So I'm going to put them in order so that I can find the upper and lower quartiles. Okay, so I've got them in order. I know my range is going to be my highest number, 24, minus my lowest number, 2, which is 22. So my range is 22. And then I just have to find my interquartile range. So I have to split it up. First, I got to find the median before I can find the two quartiles. So let's count into the middle. And 14 is my median. So we don't use that in the interquartile range, but it helps us to know where to split up our information. So these are my sets. My lower quartile, and I'm just going to put LQ, which is actually Q1. 3 plus 9 divided by 2, which is 6. That's 12 divided by 2. My upper quartile, I just put a UQ just to make it quicker. 16 plus 20 divided by 2, which is 36 divided by 2, and that's 18. So now I can figure out my interquartile range. That means I have to take my upper quartile, which is 18, and subtract my lower quartile, which is 6, and I just get 12. So my interquartile range on that one is 12. That's pretty much it. I think as you shouldn't have too much trouble finding the range or the interquartile range. If you need a review of the upper and lower quartile, please see that video. I've already done a video on those, so I went through those a little bit more quickly. Let me know if you have any other questions, and this should be my last video, so let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching all of my videos.